Oh, now it's my turn. Oh, it is my turn. Oh, Stephen A. Smith. Woo! Boy, you just stepped in it. Didn't he just step in it, ladies and gentlemen? Did he just step in it? So, according to his claims, oh my God, woo! This was pathetic. For somebody who's supposed to be a journalist, for someone who's supposed to be knowledgeable about players in the sport today, you have just reduced yourself down to the level of a troller. You thought trolling and showing a bunch of clips of highlights, I could show you LeBron James doing the same damn thing, Stephen A. Everybody hit the like button right now. We finna go off. We finna go off and get this right. We're going to show you real journalism and what it does and what it works and how it works. We're going to expose the clowns like you see in front of you. He wants to use Kwame to boost people to watch him on ESPN Plus, and they didn't. They didn't. They waited for highlights to come on YouTube. Nobody's watching you. You're done. You're done. Well, I found it very interesting that you seem to have named Dr. Boyce Watkins. I seen it very interesting that you named Matt Barnes. Why didn't you name Angela Rye too? Why don't you put her in it? You might as well go on and put her in it. But I noticed you didn't say Jemele Hill. I noticed you didn't say Jemele Hill. Why? Because your master say, don't you say her name. Don't you say her name on this platform. See, you got bosses. And that's why you taking losses. Now, once again, let me reiterate. Kwame Brown wasn't talking about basketball. All you had to do, Stephen A., was reach out to this young man and say, I'm sorry for what I did for the past 20 years, bro. You know, and I should have probably took the foot off the gas. I was clowning you and it went way too far. You know what? Here on out, I'm done. I won't say nothing else. As a man, you should have felt like you did that, but your ego and pride won't let you. And now you did this man dirty for 20 years and couldn't take it for a week. That shows how weak you are. Now, you wanted to show highlights of Kwame Brown when he was injured and at the end, basically, of his career almost, coming off of injury. Him turning over the ball. I could show you LeBron's rookie year. I could show you highlights of LeBron this year. Any year you want to name. And show you the same damn stats. You wouldn't say anything about that now, would you? Would you, Stephen A? You'll find a reason to tiptoe around that because you know that doesn't define someone's career. Just because you can play a highlight reel of turnovers and you're trying to paint a narrative. Oh, he wasn't a very good player. This wasn't about basketball. This was about respect for a man and a man standing up for his respect. That's all it was. When Jenny Buss was trying to say who was involved in the trade, they tried to make a joke saying, no, it was only one player involved in that trade. Once again, omitting him as if he doesn't exist, and he just got tired of it. You ever got tired of something, Stephen A? He's been taking this for 20 years of people just walking all over him. Now he's the biggest thing on the internet and on YouTube, and y'all hate it. You hate it because you got to deal with him. He's the pebble in the shoe, baby. You can't keep stepping on him. You got to stop and deal with it. You didn't want to do this. You had to because you getting creamed in your chats. Everything. You're getting annihilated. You had to respond. That's why it took you 2 weeks to get the footage. No, you thought you was big enough to ignore it until you saw all the numbers and traffic he's getting and everybody watching him. They're making you look bad. Talking about they didn't deserve. He didn't deserve what you did for 20 years to him. That's what he didn't deserve. You want to talk about deserve? How dare you? You don't get to use the word deserve. You don't deserve to be on that screen, making that money, trashing other people. Okay. You said he couldn't play, right? So I'm going to ask everybody this. Was Kwame Brown the worst number 1 draft pick in the history of the NBA? I'm going to answer that for you. Hell no. If you tell me, Stephen A. Smith, because I'm going to address it to you. You're the analyst. You're the professional. You're the one that gets paid millions of dollars to do this job. And I could do your job better than you. Michael Olawande was not a better player. I don't care what you put in front of me. He was never a better player. He was the number 1 pick in 98 by the Clippers. I never heard you dump on the Candy Man. I never seen you mention his name and drag him along. When he was picked to be the next big thing to challenge Shaquille O'Neal when there weren't no big men no more. Right? Borganani. Remember him? What happened with him? Don't even know what happened to him. Gone. Nobody mentioned, I don't remember him mentioning his name. Wasn't he the number 1 pick in the draft? But I'll say somebody current that you know who won a national championship. The number 1 draft pick as a rookie after winning the national championship after 1 season comes into the league. He was the most dominant thing in college, right? Comes into the NBA, and what happened? Oh, we just ain't gonna talk about Greg Oden, huh? And no disrespect to those gentlemen, but if you tell me Greg Oden had a better NBA career than Kwame Brown, then right away you should direct yourself to the sideline. He was not a better player than Kwame Brown. Well, he won a national championship, he did this and that. In the league, he was not. And I never hear Stephen A. Smith for 20 years mention these players. Oh, I'm just talking about them because they can't play. If they can't play, I'm going to talk about them. Not like you do Kwame Brown. So now Kwame Brown, after 20 years is striking back, you better take it. Take it like the hoe you is. Sit back and take the meat like a hoe. Well, he wants to get personal. We're talking basketball. We're talking sports. We talking sports. We talking about you ain't good at your damn job. Because if you was good at your job, you would know Kwame Brown was not the worst player in that league. You're making it like he was the worst number 1 pick of all times. And that is a false narrative, sir. A very false narrative. And I challenge you, Stephen A. Smith, to prove that. Don't show me clips and highlights to paint a narrative. You are not a journalist. You are in an entertainment business now. You're an entertainer. That's your job. So don't try to come on the screen and pretend as if you're an analyst. You're not. You're a beta male raised by women and all your sisters. All of them made one big soft baby. You a baby boy. No brothers, no daddies around. You were the only boy. And it tells and it shows. Because you don't know right from wrong. You weren't raised around powerful men. That's what it seems like, Stephen. You say it's personal, but it's not personal. It's who you are. This is your job, your career. Didn't you talk about Kevin Durant? You love the dog Kevin Durant, but you only talk about players that's bad, right? You just point out that they're bad. Is Kevin Durant bad? That's one bad boy. That's a man, an alpha man, but you dog him. You dog Russell Westbrook. Russ can't play? Huh? Didn't you dog Kyrie Irving? Kyrie can't play? Huh? Oh, okay. I just need to know, what agenda do you have? Because see, the thing is that we're barking at you and we shouldn't be talking to you. We need to be talking about your boss. We need to talk to Jimmy. Jimmy Pitaro need to be put up and say, Jimmy, why are you employing this dude? Is this what you want, Jimmy? Is this your call, Mr. Scarsdale, New York? Is this you? Huh? Because once you got up in there, I noticed a big change in personnel. Oh yeah, and the information get back to me quick, very quick. So we heard about you, Squirrel Man. Yeah, Chipmunk, I heard what you said. Oh, now we getting some views now. So now you can say my name out your mouth. Before you couldn't say my name out your mouth. Now you can say my name out your mouth, Chipmunk. Don't worry, I'll take care of you on the Patreon again. Now, back to Stephen A. Smith. He points out the fact that he wasn't good enough to make it pro playing basketball. So he went into journalism. And this is why he got 15 jobs. Because they pay him $8 million a year. But you're doing $20 million of work. You're underpaid, chump. Do you realize that while you up there trying to please massa, you took your podcast show that you had and you sold it to ESPN. That's what you did. You sold out your podcast show that you used to run, your radio show, and went straight over to ESPN. You damn near had a stroke. Remember, your health was all bad and they told you got to lose weight. That's why you start punching the bag in slow motion. Because you're working yourself to death. You're working hard, but not smart. What good is the money if you ain't around to see it or use it? Now, Chris Berman makes more money than you. How is that? Do you know Golick was making $20 million a year? You getting 8. Why? You bigger than him. Nobody even know no damn Golick. Golick is worth $20 million. Shh. Him and Greenberg had to split up. They were making too much money together. And they only do a radio show in the morning. They do their show in the morning and they done. It's a wrap. You got to do podcast, radio. You got to do eSports Center. You got to do all these segments. Then they be saying, we need you to cover the NBA. We need you to go fill in. We flying you out tomorrow. You got to jump on a plane and get flown all the way out. Wherever Master say go, you got to go. Jumping on red eyes. Sleeping in and out of hotels. Come on, man. If you was an alpha, you would have been had control of the situation. But they know you're not an alpha. You're a company man. And that's exactly what you are. Talking about we just tear down black men? Absolutely you do. Absolutely you do. Name me a white player in this league that you have ran through the mud for 20 years. Won't do it. He won't do it. There have been plenty that have come in the NBA and left. And then they end up becoming head coaches. I don't remember, what's his name, Will Purdue, getting this type of abuse. Will Purdue got 5 NBA championships. I don't think it was because of Will Purdue. I don't remember Dave Corzine getting this type of abuse when he was playing. But it seems to be always the African-American guy getting torn down by these guys that don't build up the brothers. And it's always the brothers that are not going with status quo. Have you noticed that? If Kevin Durant doesn't say anything that goes with status quo, they come and attack him. Kyrie Irving says something that's basically how Kyrie Irving feels. They don't accept that. They tear down the narrative. Right away, tears them down. It's like, damn, the man can't say what he feels? You got to tear him down? That's not journalism. That's not journalism at all. You're misleading the masses is what you're doing. And what you're doing is atrocious, and you're a disgrace, and you're very inept at your job if you're still trying to say you're a journalist. Because there's nothing journalistic about anything you just did. Especially that there. That was terrible. That was some bullshit. That was straight up bullshit.
You're right. My man talked about Kyrie. Every time a black man tries to stand up like a man, they're gonna send Stephen A. to change the narrative and make him look disgruntled, angry, mad. Kyrie a bad motherfucker. He ain't no bust. Why he talk about Kyrie like that? Kevin Durant, he ain't no bust. Why you talk about him like that? See, the way you talk don't just sit with me. It don't just stay with me. Dracula face, you was talking about Chris Bosh. You was calling him Bosh Spice. Stop trying to make what I'm saying and this disrespect of what you bitches doing isolated to Kwame Brown. You think I didn't know you weak bitches was gonna do that? Man, that was so weak, Stephen A. A journalist of your caliber, where you got all these big words you use, the only thing that you do is double down on the bullshit that you've done? Well, now my homie's about to go out and find some video too. Well, I got people working behind the scenes to do analytics. And I'm reaching out to old agents, finding out, hey, how you got this old busted bus, so many contracts? But it's not about me anyway. But if you want to have that conversation, since that's what you keep forcing me to talk about, but you disrespect everybody. That's all you do. But I notice how to go along, get along, gang, get down. They pretty much don't care about what you say out of your mouth. They care about, because they think people are stupid. They know that they control the media and the masses. So all they got to do is trump you with their big radio stations and their big networks. And they just keep talking about you and saying the same thing over and over and over again. Kind of like some mass murderer did back in the day. And just doxing you and saying the same thing over and over again. And make people believe that, hey, you must be this lazy, sorry motherfucker that don't work out. So how can all of that be true? So the NBA is so easy to make that a lazy, sorry, busty bust with small hands that can't work out, that can't do this, that can't do that, can hold down a job for 12 or 13 seasons. What the fuck does that say about you?
They just kept giving him $1 million contract.
So basically, I can just do all that without trying. Somebody give me $8, $10, $12 million. With me out even trying, with me not even working out. How would you say I ain't even work out, huh? Oh shit. That's what happened when they let bitches like you talk too much.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't never had nobody tell you to shut your goddamn mouth. See, somebody told you that was wrong to do that, huh? For a man to tell you to shut the fuck up. You don't want to talk about how you're an honorary Q-Dog, and the Q-Dog been walking up to me laughing at your bitch ass. I had a Q-Dog pastor come up to me at Pump City Market. Shout out to you, homeboy. I won't dox you, but I'm going to call you in a little bit. We're gonna piece up in a little bit and do the real work like we talked about. But shout out to you saying what you said, because he was a real pastor. And he don't like your bitch ass. He can't say bitch ass. I can. He don't like your bitch ass. He said, you been a fake bitch ass nigga. But he said it in a Christian way. I'm changing his words to say it how I want to say it, just like you try to change everything too. I'm angry, I'm mad about being a bus. I was so mad that I was sitting on the tractor, not on the internet a week ago or a week and a half ago, minding my own motherfucking business, raising my son. But I'm so mad. I'm so distraught. I'm so angry. I'm just so mad about being a buster. I wasn't saying nothing to nobody. Shit y'all say just don't even make no sense. They've just been used to working for so long.
Don't forget, subscribe to the page. Subscribe to his page. Hit the like button on the video. The whole 9. Yeah. Super chat work.
Jason Whitlock, Carcino, RB the Breakdown. Shout out to you too. I forgot to mention your name.
Oh, no.
Like I said, I want to shout out everybody, but RB the Breakdown, I saw a video you put up, and you one of those guys, I ain't never see you hate on nobody. You'll give your honest breakdown. And you called me a bust based on what you knew, so I didn't call you and get mad or say a goddamn thing, did I? I never do that. I don't attack nobody for their opinion.
No, but
hell, if somebody
but F that dude, RB the Breakthrough, F him.
Me, hell, I believe
Randy Booker, F him.
But
yeah, sorry, punk.
Analytics and numbers say different.
And tell him Sino said
it. Singular conversation, only looking at the numbers and not looking at the minutes played. That was a weak argument. That was a beta argument right there.
Mm-hmm.
One-sided. Nobody there like me to go back against your argument. Kind of like what y'all teaching these fragile kids at college. Only my voice matters. I can't stand in the room. I'm so fragile. He's angry, so I gotta stand over here and say it. He's sad. I know you're fucked up, right? All these videos out, and the only videos you pick is the time that I knew you was gonna pick when I was injured, that I can corroborate the stories with surgeries. He's a jackass. You just gonna bypass what all the NBA players said. You just think your word mean that. Boy, you really believe the hype, don't you? You really think you're an analyst after saying I got the information from somebody else. Now you want to come back. So let me get this straight. After you talking shit about a guy for 20 years and then openly admitting on airwaves, because what I said was you wasn't nothing but a paid boy for white people. And by your own admission, you sat there and said that some white guy, coach, told you I couldn't play, told you I had a small hand. And even in the Roy Hibbert video, you little bitch, that you got that little goofy, ugly E.T. motherfucker knock me bitch to lie. That I had a better career than that punk. So you should have been calling him a bust since you dragged his ugly ass out of there talking about, I was 16, he wouldn't talk to me, you bitch. I wouldn't talk to your ugly ass now. And if I knew you act like that, and I did run into you for real in real life and not you making it up, you looking up and around and shit, anybody who can read body language know your bitch ass lying. Shut your motherfucking mouth, nigga. Can't stand old ass nigga like you. But anyway, you little Stephen A. bitch. Ooh, boy, you just a weak punk bitch. Like, you're weak. I can't believe after 20 years you tried that weak ass shit. That's sad. The guy who got his information from the white boys, just like I said. And with Roy Hibbert in the video, you saying, we haven't even seen him play a game yet. We didn't know he was a scrub. So I'm a scrub before you even seen me play a game. Why was you at them colleges, though? Stephen A., why was you at them colleges? I would have loved to be able to ask you questions. You sit here talking all that shit, doing this Roddy Piper shit, and then don't have nobody ask you questions. That's that weak-ass soy boy shit you teaching them kids. You a participation trophy-ass nigga. That's why you ain't got no real motherfucking frat degree. Shout out to all the real cute dogs that got online and earned their shit. Not your bitch ass, you honorary punk. And guess what? All the real homies, when a nigga was finna give me an honorary Q dog, you know why? Because I've donated to them almost every year. When they do something, I donate to the bros. So I know a lot about you, you weak punk bitch. And you know what one of the homeboys told me? That's on my foundation. He said, I'm not even gonna let you do the little weak shit Stephen A. Smith did. They're not gonna respect you if you're an honorary Q dog. We're not even gonna let you do that to yourself. You're a real one. So you bitch ass nigga, you not respected in no real circles other than your white zaddy, you punk bitch. How you like that?